It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
The Coach's Show is brought to you by Rick's Barbecue, serving up the best smoked barbecue ribs and many local favorites on Warrior Drive, locally operated by Anne-Marie Brents and the Lanning family. Danny Brewer back with you. Extremely happy right now because I've got Adam Jones on the line, the basketball mastermind at Stewarts Creek High School on the boys' side. Coach Jones, how are you this morning?
Good, Danny. How are you doing? I don't know about basketball mastermind, but I'll take it.
Well, that's what your wife says, I think. So,
Okay,
but anyway, so yeah, but you know, it's a great day. We've got lovely weather out. It's basketball season. We're in the midst of it. So, what I like to do is talk a little bit about you first. Tell the folks who Adam Jones is. Where are you from originally, Coach?
Originally from a little town, well, little-ish, called Silent Springs, Arkansas. So grew up in Arkansas, went to school at the University of Arkansas, and then bounced around a little bit doing the college thing. Was a graduate assistant down at Stetson University, which is in Florida. And then came back here, worked at Lipscomb University for a little bit under Casey Alexander, who now was the head coach at Belmont. And then got into the high school scene and been here ever since. And, you know, met my wife, and now we're probably here for the long haul.
Well, that's great. So, Suey Pig, I didn't know you was an Arkansas boy. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff there.
Unfortunately.
Well,
yeah, we're on the basketball season now. We don't care about.
That's right. Yeah. So, but you know, Arkansas basketball has been pretty good over the years too. I know, years back, Eddie Sutton was there, and you know, with when during the Stroll and Nolan Richardson days, there was 40 minutes of Hades and all that kind of stuff. It was Arkansas basketball has been really good. I remember when. Of course, I'm an old guy. I remember like U.S. Reed and the Marvin Delph and when they had the triplets. You remember that? Sidney Moncrief.
Oh, sure. That
was some really, really good basketball. And then later on with Corliss Williamson and those boys, I mean, they were it was the real stuff down there in Arkansas.
That's kind of the era I grew up in, was Nolan Richardson area, Corliss Williamson, Scotty Thurman, all those guys. So I just thought we'd always win. It was a piece of cake, but apparently that's not the case all the time.
Well, I think they're back on the right track now. You know, they've got some players down there, and with Calipari, he'll always have players. That's kind of what he does. Sure. Is he gets players as can he put the piece to the puzzle together. So let's talk about one of the pieces in your puzzle. Life at the Creek. You're at Stewarts Creek. This is your second year at the Creek as the head coach. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah. My fifth year overall, I think. But second as head coach. Yeah. Great place to be. I love it. We've got off to a little bit of a rocky start, but we haven't really had a full healthy team just yet. But we're right there. We're competing with a lot of good teams. We just can't seem to get over the hump and beat some of those teams. But, it's little things that we can fix and hopefully be ready for region and district after Christmas and put it all together and have a healthy squad.
So let's talk a little bit, Coach, about what has happened in the recent past. Talk to me a little bit about the last week or two of what's going on with Stewarts Creek boys basketball.
So we've played. We played yesterday. Lost to Franklin. Wasn't the best showing for us. 10 a.m. game, but we had an 8 a.m. game earlier this year, so that's no excuse. We just didn't really bring the fire yesterday. But the past week we played Lebanon and Cane Ridge, and we won both those. So that kind of got us on a better track because we needed to win. We won our opening game and then went on a bit of a skid there. But I mean, we were playing good teams: Nolensville, Independence, Wilson Central, Brentwood, Cookville. So. And hung in right there with them. We just, can't put 32 minutes together just yet. And if we can, we'll be pretty freaking good. We've won 2 of our last 3, and then we have Innsworth tonight. And then we'll take about 4 or 5 days, give the kids off, and then come back after Christmas.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Lebanon game and one of your kids, and he's been a starter, I think, for a couple of years now, Sean Goggins. I think he really showed out, had 33, I said, against Lebanon. Talk to me a little bit about that kid. And is he a junior this year?
He is a junior, yeah. He's been a starter ever since his freshman year. I mean, basically halfway through his freshman year, he was playing freshman ball, and then we decided that's no more. You're going to start varsity. But he's been a great kid. He's gotten a little bit better every year. Really good scorer. Now we talk to him a lot. I mean, we got to work on some things defensively and rebound stuff like that. But he's kind of our glue right now. Him and London Nelson scoring wise. Now we have got some other really good players that do their role. But Sean, he got hurt the very first game, and just kind of came back to. He's probably 90% right now. Probably came back last week against Cane Ridge, fully healthy and kind of played, more of a full role. But he helps us a ton. I mean, having 33 some points, or he's averaging about 20 sitting on the bench and not being able to play really affects us a little bit. But we're happy to have him back. He's a great kid, and looking forward to him having a great district season.
Very versatile player, too, because can do it inside and outside, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was on fire from three against Lebanon. But, he can get downhill. He's we call it kind of an old man game. He's not the quickest guy, but he always seems to get to where he's going. He's a great finisher around the rim, and then, if you play off him a little bit from three, he'll let it fly, and he's pretty consistent that way.
He's got a good body, too, because he's got a little bit of size to him, and that helps when you talk about the old man game, because that's what the old man game is all about, is using your leverage and using your body and to shield the defender and all that stuff.
Right. He's got really good footwork. Like I say, he's not really quick, but he kind of gets to where he's going, and then, he'll lull you asleep with some pump fakes, with some pivots, and then he just gets around the rim. And, the best part about him, though, he's an unbelievable kid. He's got a great family, and he shows up every day ready to work, and he wants to improve, I mean, even though he's one of our better scorers, he's not quite satisfied just being that. So he's a great kid to coach, and we're going to continue to get him a little bit better, and hopefully he can get something and go on to the next level.
In years past, Stewarts Creek has had some pretty good depth. You've had where you've been able to substitute in masses and not really have a great fall off. What kind of depth you got this year, Coach?
We're a little bit less depth this year. Not saying come district or region we might use more depth. But right now we're just we've got some sickness. We've got a few kids banged up. So right now the depth isn't the best, but I mean, it's a great way to get more conditioning for the guys to play. But we've kind of switched our style just a little bit this year because of the depth. But like I said, not saying we might use it in district and region. We might throw some kids out there and see what they can do.
So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about what you got coming up. You mentioned something about playing today. Tell me a little bit about what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks for Stewarts Creek boys basketball.
So we got Innsworth tonight at 7 at Riverdale. Then give them about 4 to 5 days off. We'll come back right after Christmas, practice the 26th, and that'll probably be a lovely practice. We'll probably just run, to be honest with you, because we'll probably eat, won't do much over the break. And then we go to Liberty Creek. We play the 27th, the 29th, and the 30th. We're going to have Hendersonville, Wilson Central, and CPA. Then after that, we'll give them a couple more days for New Year's, and then we have Oakland January 6th, and we're ready to roll with region and district after that.
Coach, talk a little bit about the holiday tournaments, if you will, because I know that's what's going on at Riverdale today, and that's what will go on at Liberty Creek for you. Talk a little bit about the importance of that and the approach that you try to maintain going into things like that.
I mean, they can be good and bad, to be honest with you, with just the kids. We were all hyped up for Cane Ridge, for Lebanon. These single games and 2 games in a week, there's a little bit more energy. But the Christmas stuff, you do get to play some teams you normally wouldn't. Obviously, you have some options to go out of town. We did not this year. But it's kind of, scouting's a little bit quicker. You might play 2-3 games in 2 or 3 days. It just really boils down to who shows up, who has the energy, and who wants to go get the win. And sometimes that can be a struggle for some kids because it's Christmas, there's no school, and some teams can be a little sluggish, and that's kind of what you fight a little bit in the Christmas deals. But we enjoy them, and it's fun for the kids, and, you want to win them all, but also, I mean, these things are learning stuff for, postseason and stuff like that, playing a lot of games in a short amount of time.
Can it be good for you as far as, like you mentioned, building depth and stuff like that, good for that because you can play a lot of kids?
Yeah, 100%. And then you kind of just have to go out there and figure it out, because like I said, I mean, we have shooter out here at 11. We're going to do a little scout for Innsworth tonight, but it's, usually we prolong it a little bit, 2-day scout, stuff like that. So it's quick. the kids got to understand, and they just got to kind of go figure it out and play whenever we get out there, which is kind of how you learn a little bit to build your IQ and get a little better. But it's all, yeah, like you said, it's also a time to get some kids in there that might not normally play a lot and give them their chance and see what they can do.
So it's Christmas time. It's holiday season. What does Adam Jones want from Stewarts Creek boys basketball for Christmas? What can they give you for Christmas, Coach? What would you like to see from them?
I just want to see pure effort that we are improving. Because right now, we preach it all the time. We just cannot put 32 minutes together. We have a minute lull here, a minute lull there. And with the teams we're playing, they're good. That puts us behind the eight ball. Then we kind of come back, and we're right there at the end, and then we have another little lull. But the whole thing we've been preaching is we need to figure out 32 minutes, no matter if shots are falling. You know, we can always, defense is always going to travel. We got to do it. So if they could just give us 32 minutes a night of competition, and then if we end up losing, who cares? You know, we did all we could do. So, yeah, if Santa Claus bring me 32 minutes of good basketball, I'd be very happy with that.
There you go, Coach. Well, that would be a great present, I'm sure. But, you know, I'm fully confident that I know you're doing the right things over there. Those boys are going to learn. They'll get it. The light bulb will come on. That's Adam Jones, head basketball coach at Stewarts Creek. We appreciate your time. We certainly wish you the best luck, Coach. Look forward to talking with you in the new year.
Absolutely. Thank you, Danny. Thanks for having me.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, the largest and most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. Find out more at TOA.com.